Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Sinister Sinema. Oh, no, it says People Under the Stairs on there.
Oh, shit.
Today is our 35th episode. No, our 31st episode and our seventh day of the 31 days of Halloween. And today we're going to be talking about...
Right on time. Look at that, Mr.
Barbarian.
Monkey.
Barbarian.
Mr. Monkey, there's going to be major spoilers tonight.
Yeah, just right off the bat, anybody who's watching this thing, this is one of those movies that I feel like everyone I've watched a review or talk about it or anything has been like, don't watch this review or don't watch this discussion because you need to see this in the theaters. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
It's great.
And I think we're going to spoil it bad for people.
We're going to spoil it.
Spoil us.
We're going to spoil it. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. What are we drinking tonight? Lorenzo Lamas?
Yeah, this is the Lorenzo Lamas ponytail special.
Oh, man. Renegade, bro.
That's what I was thinking. This is caipirinha. Caipirinha? Does that sound right? Capoeira. It does a flip in your mouth. It does a flip in your mouth.
What is that, Mr. Monkey? That rice bread? Raisin bread? Capinyartana?
Yeah, so it's basically a Brazilian lime and cachaca.
It's great. This drink is great.
It's really just liquor and lime juice.
You can't. I don't know if you can see it, but it takes like 47 limes.
It does. It's a lot of limes.
So with all the ice and the limes, you really only have like that much beverage in it.
There's like 2 ounces of liquor in there.
Yeah, bread pudding. Capinyartana.
What? I just thought it was called bread pudding. There's a Spanish word for it.
For you white folk?
Well, I mean, Mr. Monkey called it bread pudding.
Because maybe he doesn't know how to spell Capinyartana.
I've never even heard of that. I just always thought it was bread pudding.
See, he can't. It's so bad, he can't spell it either.
That's bad. That is bad.
It is bad.
So how was your day? What'd you do all day?
Nothing. All he did was watch Chris Stuckman videos all day.
For any good reason? Just to see how it goes?
Yeah, I just want to see. I like his flow. He has some good flow. If you don't know who Chris Stuckman is, he's a rapper. He's a white rapper who I think is better than Eminem.
But also from Detroit.
And he does amazing movie reviews.
I think he's actually from Ohio.
Amazing movie reviews. So don't even look at his rap videos. Just look at his...
His rap videos are kind of garbage. Yeah. I like his movie reviews much better than his rap videos.
Yeah, he has good flowage. Flowage?
Flowberts. You know what I miss? And I saw somebody post it the other day and they were like, people were freaking out. They were like, has anyone ever seen this before? All the millennials are freaking out about the Flowbee. Remember the vacuum cleaner haircut system?
People freak out about the commercial.
Yeah, about the commercial.
You can suck yourself. Uncle Jimmy could suck himself off.
I don't think it says that.
Yes, it does.
I don't think it says suck yourself off.
Yes, it does. I just saw the commercial like 2 days ago. It's funny that you brought it up.
I think somebody must have overdubbed it.
No, it says that. And I was like, what the fuck? I don't... Suck off Jimmy and Jane. Like, it is.
Maybe it says suck the hair off their head?
No, it's straight up suck off.
Oh my God. I'm going to have to look this up. I don't know if I believe that, but I'll, but I like to think that it says that.
Texas Brit.
What's up, Texas Brit?
It's been a while, right?
Yeah. Hey, Hazel.
Suck and cut.
Althea.
What's up, guys?
Suck and cut.
No, it does. You gotta
it's the suck and cut.
Suck yourself off Look at Uncle Jimmy sucking himself off. That's what
Uncle
it says.
Jimmy is sucking Carlos off.
Yep.
Does that make you... What was your uncle's name?
Jorge.
Jorge? Uncle Jorge is sucking Carlos off. That's why you cut all your hair off, huh?
Yeah. Are we going to talk about getting sucked off with the Floby? Why did you even bring that up?
The Floby? Because you said something about he can flow. You said something about Flowbert or something.
Damn, that went off target.
You said like Flowbert, and I said Flowbee.
God damn, that went off target.
I know. Speaking about going off target, those old guns that were like copies that were made in the Middle East were called like Flowberts. And you said Flowbert earlier.
Did I?
Yeah. I'm just going to take this every which way we can tonight.
Which way but loose?
Although, dude, that's a great movie.
Yep. That monkey's dead.
Yeah, I know. Every animal you've
and
seen
I'm
in
not
a
talking
movie in
about
the
Clint
80s
Eastwood.
is
That
dead.
motherfucker's like 98.
Who, Clint Eastwood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's still having threesomes. In his latest movie, he had a threesome.
No.
Yes.
That's crazy. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Damn.
Man, this drink is good.
If you can get it, get it. Man, look at that. There's ice on the outside. How does that happen?
Because I know how to touch the ice right.
You know how to make
I know
cock?
I know how to tell the cock just the right amount to make the ice form on the outer.
Holy shit! I just almost had a stroke
I know.
trying to spell that.
We made these because of Percio. Because he was like, "Have you tried cachaca?" And I was like, "I don't know what cachaca is."
Isn't that the name of the bat on Jim Carrey, When Nature Calls, Part 2?
Cachaca? I don't know. When Nature Calls. Yeah.
Ace Ventura?
Ace Ventura Part 2.
Yeah, isn't it?
I don't know.
It is.
But I remember that, but I can't remember if that was the right name.
Something floating in my eye.
Hey, Sid, how you doing? What is it?
I don't know. Either I'm having a stroke or I just have a...
I think you're having a stroke.
Floater.
I think you're having a stroke, but let's just go with it for the rest of the night. I'll watch you on the monitor, and if one of your eyes starts sagging, we'll call the
If it
ambulance.
looks like my right eye is trying to beat the shit out of my left eye,
yeah,
just put on the thing and go, "Boo," technical difficulties.
and we'll go to the hospital real quick.
Yeah.
I'll try to switch it over to my phone. We'll just live stream the trip to the hospital.
And then you can be like, "What'd you think about Barbarian?" And I'll be like, and you're going to be like, "I think he just said he shit his pants."
That's bad. That's bad.
Oh, shit. Ready for spoilers?
Sid, there's going to be spoilers because we don't know how to talk about movies without... I mean, we're a discussion channel. That's what I say. This is a discussion.
I don't give a shit. Every time I don't give a shit, people be like, "Oh, I don't want to say anything because it's going to spoil the movie." I'm like, I don't give a shit.
I don't really usually care either.
I usually tell them, literally 5 minutes after you leave, after telling me this, I'm going to forget everything you said. So it's going to be I'm like a fucking goldfish.
It's a short-term memory loss.
Yeah, it's a fucking whole new world. Every fucking stroll around the bowl.
But you remember, like, you don't remember what people tell you, but you remember, like, movies like they're from, like, 30 years ago.
No, I don't.
I think you do.
I guess, it is my short-term memory.
Yeah. So, should we get into it? Should we talk about this movie?
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Cool. Barbarian, 2021.
So, hold on real quick.
Yeah.
Maybe it's your charger.
It's going up now. I think maybe while it's asleep, it's not charging. My iPad's not charging right. Something's wrong. Something's wrong.
Because you moved it or something. Because those things give out real quick.
It shows it's charging now.
It's your charger.
Let's just go with it.
It's your charger.
So this
Barbarian.
thing, it was written and directed by Zach Krieger, who he's directed one other movie before this, Miss March, which was the whitest kids in the whitest kids in the hall. No,
I
whitest
never
kids
saw that. I heard he was.
I mean, it's a sketch comedy thing. It's like the same
maybe
type thing.
Maybe because it says white kids, whitest kids you know or something. I don't.
Yeah, you're like, I already know too many white kids. That's what you were thinking. Like, I don't need to.
That one on Hulu. What's it called? What's Up, Fool?
Yeah. What's Up? No, I don't know. Something like that.
Something. It's great. Y'all should watch it. I just forgot the name.
But he's from the comedy troupe, Whitest Kid You Know. And then this is his first movie that he has written and directed completely. And man, he hit it out of the park, in my opinion. There are some bad reviews on it.
It's because people don't understand it.
But it's not for the most part. Hey, Frank, what's up?
Frank!
For the most part, I really like it.
No,
and
it's fucking great.
We can get into like some of the stuff of why people say they don't like it, and I'll give my my accurate rebuttal.
One of the biggest things was people were actually saying, well, "Where's the Barbarian?" That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life.
That's so dumb.
It's so dumb.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I mean, it was the address of the house was Barbary Way. They make that apparent at the beginning of the movie. So, like, you know, I think that's weird that, like, people get hung up on something stupid like that. The lead, Georgina Campbell, she did a great job. I thought she was a really good actress. Her character...
Hopefully she goes for it, because she did a good job.
Yeah, Tess Marshall. She's actually been in a lot of stuff, but the only thing that I've seen her in is one episode of Black Mirror. And it's one of the best episodes of Black Mirror, I think. It's like one where they have like this countdown timer. It's in the future. I don't know if you've ever watched any of the Black Mirrors, but man, it's a great series.
I've seen the one where the guy has to fuck the pig.
Oh yeah, that one's a good one. So the one
I was like, fuck, that totally reminds me when I used to live in Poteet.
the one where she's in is actually kind of more one of the upbeat ones, because most of them don't end super happy. And hers is like a decently upbeat one, but it's like you have a timer that tells you how long, like you pair with somebody, and then when you talk to them, you hit this timer and it says like, oh, you're gonna, you got 12 hours with this person, and you're looking for like your forever person. And, they go on a bunch of other dates, and then they're kind of like, I think that's what happens. They're like, this isn't right. That's the person I liked. So, they go back together, and it's a good one. And she's also in one that's coming up called Lovely, Dark, and Deep.
She went straight into porn, huh?
Straight into porn. No,
cool.
It's called, I was waiting for your porn reference. But
thank you, good night.
It is called Lovely, Dark, and Deep, and it's by Teresa Sutherland, who's one of the staff writers on Midnight Mass, is writing and directing it.
Oh, cool.
And she's done, like, only thing she's really done before is, I mean, she's written on other stuff, but this is her first directorial thing of, like, a full-length movie. And then, of course, Bill Skarsgård.
Oh, he was so fucking good in this movie.
Dude, so good.
You don't know what the fuck is going on, man. You're like, you have no idea what's going on. Is this dude fucking for real? Is he actually nice? Like, he did such a fucking good job.
Yeah, he was so good. And I mean, I think there's something in your psyche too that, like, knowing he's Pennywise, if you've seen it and it too, like, you're like, oh, he's fucked up. Like, you just think he's fucked up because he doesn't really ever play like a good guy.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, I mean, you go into the movie and you're like, is this fucking dude for real? Like, he was a fucking crazy clown that ate kids.
Yeah.
And then he's super nice, and you're like, is he actually being nice?
Yeah.
Is he fucking rapey? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And you never really watched Hemlock Grove, but he's one of the main characters in Hemlock Grove.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah. He's the son of, I mean, there's like there's a couple like lead characters in that, and he's one of them, and he plays he's from a vampire family, and the other main character, who's like a gypsy, is from a werewolf family, and they're like kind of frenemies, kind of this weird thing.
I like how he's becoming like even more popular than his brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, his other brother was in True Blood.
Yep.
Did you ever watch that? You say you didn't watch it, right?
I didn't. I've only seen a couple episodes of that, but I really want to watch it.
Man, I don't really like stuff like that.
What's the other one? The Virus? No, The Strain. The Strain
is
I want to see that
awesome.
too. I've seen.
But yeah, True Blood. I don't get into movies like that. But dude, I'm not gonna say anything about it. But the fucking ending of that, dude. I fucking thought about that shit for at least a week. Where I would be like, I can't fucking believe that happened.
Yeah.
And it's very rare. That one and Midnight Mass.
Dude, Midnight Mass, and he has a new TV show that just, I think, came out today.
No Skarsgård's not in that one, but I'm just saying.
No, yeah.
As a series wise, when it ended, I was like, holy shit. Like, I thought about that for a while.
Yeah.
Because it's just so like, fuck. But yeah, what's the name of the director?
Of this?
Midnight Mass.
Oh my God, why'd you even ask me that right now?
I know.
If you wouldn't have asked me that,
Yeah.
Oh my God, Oculus.
Mike
Flanagan, yeah. I can name every single one. I could have named every one of his movies just then.
That dude is becoming the new fucking John Carpenter.
Dude, so Mike Flanagan has a new TV show out called Midnight Club, and I just saw it I saw the preview today for the first time. Man, it looks good.
See, I saw the trailer and I was like, but he won at the New York Comic Con.
Uh-huh.
Guinness Book of World Records was there to present him with the most jump scares in a fucking single episode.
And that's in for the first Midnight Club
episode of Midnight Club.
That's cool. Yeah, Midnight Club after Midnight Mass. He likes midnight.
Yeah.
So, and then, but yeah, Hemlock Grove's the first thing that I really saw him in, where I was like, man, this guy's great. And then he was a cameo kind of in Deadpool 2.
Oh, I totally forgot he was in that.
Yeah,
he's so good in that.
Yeah.
He throws up acid.
Yeah, he's the acid. He's the guy that vomits acid.
That was great.
And then this is where the spoilers are going to come in. Well, no, not really, because the poster they released actually had his name on it. But Justin Long, who I didn't even know was in the movie when I went to see it.
I didn't know he was in the movie until Lyric told me. And I watched the second trailer again, and real quick they show him
for one flash, right?
One flash,
yeah.
You could see him real quick, and she was like, "Justin Long's in that movie."
Yeah.
I was like, what?
I didn't even notice that in the trailer, and I think the first time I saw the trailer for this was whenever we went to watch Black Phone. It played before Black Phone,
and I knew it right when I saw the trailer. You can just tell when certain movies are going to be hits. Right when I saw this one, I was like, holy fuck, this one looks good.
Yeah, man.
Because they don't show you shit.
I can't remember how much money this thing made. I don't know if you have it written down at all, but it recouped the entire cost of the movie in the first 2 days.
Worldwide, $36 million.
Okay, so it was 30. I think it was something like 36,500,000 or something, and the cost of the movie was 36 million. So it was like it recouped plus some an opening weekend. I mean, great movie. It's a great movie. So Justin Long is the other supporting. Because I would say Georgina is like the lead, and then Bill and Justin are both like the support, the main support. He plays AJ Gilbride,
big famous actor,
big famous like sitcom actor in the movie. He's really, man, he's doing great. He's everything from like, I love him in Dodgeball. I think about him when I see him. A lot of times I think about him like cheering in Dodgeball, and then like Jeepers Creepers, like he gets his eyes poked out.
That's where I first saw him. Where I first remember him.
He gets his eyeballs stabbed out.
Hey, it's the guy from Jeepers Creepers.
And then he's
But I think the best his best all-time.
Let me guess.
Cameo is fucking Brandon.
And Zach and Mirror.
Fuck yeah, Zach and Miriam make a porno. Dude, I fucking laugh every time that I see that. And he improvised that whole fucking
Did
scene.
he really?
It was
That's crazy.
I saw the whole clips where they're just going back and forth, him and Seth Rogen. And it's so fucking funny. And Seth Rogen's funny as fuck, and he can't even keep up with him. And oh fuck, man, yeah, it's fucking great. That's his best role.
He plays a gay porn actor in that movie.
Yeah.
And his mustache is so creepy. He's just, and his voice is all, he does like a super deep voice.
What are you in? I'm in the movies.
What do you say? Anything I've seen you in?
Anything I've seen? All Melcast movies. Oh, like Glenn Ross?
What does he say?
More like Glenn and Gary suck Ross's meaty cock and drop their hairy nuts in his eager mouth. Holy fuck. But it's the way
But he says that he delivers it so deadpan.
So straight and fucking deadpan with that voice.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, shit. And he's like, Seth Rogen looks at him and goes, is that the sequel? And he's like, what's your demographic? And he's like, do you like pussy? And he's like, yeah. Then not you. Oh, fuck. It's just so small, his role in that. But that makes the whole movie.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
And watching him on like talk shows and shit, he's hilarious. And then like you said today, because we were watching the interviews today, and he's so funny. You can tell they're just so fake.
Oh, the interview? Yes. Yeah, like, because we were watching like we were watching the Good Morning America interview, and it's like,
they don't know what the fuck to say. They probably.
So, we see that you're in this. Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad. I mean, that was pretty bad that I just did, but
no, that's exactly the way you said it. You fucking nailed it.
And then Richard Brake, he's got a
everything now.
He's got a small part
everywhere.
Yeah, he was in.
He plays Frank.
Yeah, who I think that Frank, this whole thing, like Frank could go. That whole like sub story could be a prequel. It could totally be a prequel. And if they're not already working on a prequel at this point, like, I don't understand it.
It would be just as fucking bad.
Dude, what's crazy is I've watched a ton of interviews on this thing, and no one has mentioned that at all. I'm like, how has no one... I mean, I've been listening to some podcasts that talked about this show, and no one's mentioned that. Like, that is a prequel waiting to happen. It's like Pearl and X. There could be Frank and Barbarian. Frank the Barbarian.
Yeah, I kind of... The prequel wouldn't have the great twists. Who knows? It could.
It could. Like, how does he end up where he is in this movie? I don't know. Yeah, it would have to be...
It sucks. I had to go take a piss, so I missed the beginning of that scene.
Yeah.
So when I came back, I was like, what the fuck is going on? I had no idea.
Yeah.
And then I kind of put it together, and then you told me afterwards.
Yeah.
Because, I'm considerate. I don't talk during the movie. Not like you sons of bitches.
Mr. Monkey says he's going to look up the name of bread pudding for us.
Good.
So then, Richard Brake, also from Mandy. I mean, he was like...
I had no idea until you told me he was the Ice King from Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah, the Ice King.
No idea.
He's in a couple episodes. I mean, there's a few people that play the Ice Kings, or the Ice People things, whatever, but he's one of them. He's the one that, like, takes the little baby and walks towards it and, like, touches it. So it's like, he's probably the one that creates the ice babies. I don't know. The neighbor that comes out just to say hi to Frank.
There's not a lot of
in the past.
There's not a lot of characters in this.
There's not
this movie.
That guy. He's a stand-up comedian. He's also like one of the Ice King. The Ice King is actually from Adventure Time. Yeah, Jamie just said it.
I don't know. What is
the Night King?
That's dumb because he looks like he's frozen.
He is. Because they couldn't call him the Ice King because the Ice King was from Adventure Time.
Oh, man, screw Adventure Time.
But the guy that plays his neighbor is like one of the characters from Bob's Burger. And
oh, really?
Really, there's not... the only other person...
Who played the homeless guy?
The homeless guy, that was James Butler. But I don't know...
I've seen him in other ones.
I could not see anything... I couldn't find anything that he was in that I was like familiar
White
with.
Walkers. Why are they gotta be white?
Because they're frozen. Like ice.
That make no goddamn sense.
They're also kind of blue.
Anyway.
So, the only other person was Kate Bosworth. She was like the girl... the only thing you hear is her voice, because she was like the girl that he was supposed to have raped, I guess.
Oh, I didn't know that was her either.
Yeah. So you just hear her. Yeah. I knew the neighbor. Yeah. The neighbor's name was Doug, and Frank was wearing a jumpsuit with Carlos on it.
It's fucking fate.
It's fake.
What that is.
Capirotada.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Capirotada. I think you were just saying cap and then like making stuff up after that.
And also there's one more person in there. Zach Kreger, the director, plays AJ, Justin Long's character's friend in the bar.
Yeah, which you really just see like a 3/4 shot from him kind of from the back, so you don't see him too much. That is one thing. This movie had awesome camera work. There was some awesome, like really close, like wide follow shots. There were some shots like when it shows them when he first comes on the crazy room, like there's like this crazy like super wide shot of him standing. There's some just really good cinematography in this movie, I think, and it looked, I really like that.
So the movie is about Tess, Georgina Campbell.
Yep. Starts out it was a dark and stormy night. She shows up at this Airbnb. She goes and she puts in the code to get her key out. She opens it up. There's no key. She puts in 8837, but it's actually 8337.
So she's like, oh, I done fucked up. So she fucking does it again. It finally opens. There's no key.
No key.
So she calls the lady. Nobody answers. When she gets in her car, she sees somebody flip a light on in the house. So she gets out and she goes and she knocks. Bill Skarsgård's character opens the door. And he's like, what's up? And he's like, this is supposed to be my Airbnb. And he's like, no. Well, can I see? And so you're like, right away, that's what we're talking about. Is this dude fucking lying? Like, you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
And she keeps asking for, can I see her? Can I see the verification? So he's like, yeah, sure, here. He starts telling her, you can stay the night here. So it's just red flags all the way.
Yeah, he's like very, very
like almost
overly nice. Like he's like the whole time you're like, oh, he's gonna kill her. He's gonna kill her. Like this. He did
such a good job, and that's what this movie's supposed to do. You're like, because he got this. He actually wrote this script from reading a part of a book, Gift of Fear. There was a part in the book, a section that encouraged women to trust their intuition and looking for red flags. So reading that section, he wrote like 10 pages of this girl that winds up going to an Airbnb and finds out somebody else is there and the guy's killing her with kindness and doing this and that. And then he just took off from there.
Yeah.
And wrote the rest.
Yeah, it also got to, there's a point that we'll get to where it all of a sudden could be the end of the movie. And at that point, he actually, one of the panels I saw him on, he said, I wrote up to this point where they were at that spot and I didn't know where to go from there. And that's when he wrote the next thing that happened. He was just like, fuck it, I'm just going to change it up. And so we'll get to that part. But yeah, he based this whole thing. I kind of thought it was funny that it totally, I bet the script says exterior house. It was a dark and stormy night, which is just funny because it was a dark and stormy night. It was like a
what happened?
Crazy trope.
What happens next? Like she goes in.
So she goes in and she's like, can I use the bathroom? And she goes to the bathroom. There was no peeing noise. I would say that's like kind of weird. But she's like, can I see your invitation? And then she goes to the bathroom because he's like, I got to find my phone. Then she comes out and there's like a little bit of a jump scare because she doesn't see where he went and he's coming out of the bedroom with his phone. And there's quite a few good little jump scares that aren't you don't see coming right away. But so they're basically going over the phone numbers. Everything's the same. Yeah, they're both there. And so he's like, you want to stay the night? And she's like, I'll sleep on the couch. He's like, no, that wouldn't be good for me to let you sleep on the couch. You can have the bed. They're like, well, she's like, well, I have this thing about dirty sheets. So they start to wash the sheets.
Like he's just killing her with kindness.
Yeah.
Like, I'll wash the sheets for you.
Yeah.
It's going to take like an hour.
He makes her a glass of tea. She doesn't drink it.
Yeah. He was like, oh, like even he says, I get it.
Yeah. So then she goes to like get ready for bed and she comes out and he has like a bottle of wine and it's real creepy. She comes around the corner and he's just sitting there with these 2 glasses and a bottle of wine.
And you're like, what the fuck?
And he's like, I just thought, if I already had it open before you came out, you wouldn't. I saw what happened with the tea, maybe you wouldn't. And I'm like literally thinking like this motherfucker took a needle and shoved some date rape down through the cork and sprayed it in there and he's going to date rape her. And that's not the case at this point. And so they sit there and they start talking and talk about why she came to town. And she had come to town for a job interview. And he's like, oh, you should have.
I know her. I work with these. She's trying to do a
documentary.
A documentary on helping people.
Yeah, revitalizing Detroit neighborhoods.
Yeah, because it was filmed actually in Detroit in a fucking wrecked neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I saw that people were like, holy shit, I used to live there. That shit is real.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people, like, they filmed it. And that, it's so fucking weird because the house, the Airbnb house, it's fucking immaculate.
So that's the only block that's not really in Detroit. They built that whole thing. That's in Bulgaria.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so they built that one block so they could have the destroyed house and the nice house. Uh-huh. But like her running through the neighborhood, and them showing those neighborhoods, that's the real neighborhood in Detroit.
Fucking movie magic, man.
Yeah. So they filmed.
It's fucked. Either way, that neighborhood's fucked. Like
yeah,
when she's running, it's just trashed.
Yeah.
It's like totally fucking. It follows.
Yeah. Yeah. So he had convinced her to stay the night. They start talking. Yeah, they kind of hit it off
by telling him that he actually worked doing the same thing she's doing the documentary on. Like she's like, oh.
Yeah.
So you're like, don't fucking do it, girl.
So
don't you do it.
They kind of hit it off. They're like, we had a great night, and you still feel pretty creepy about him, right? So the next day, she wakes up to go to her job interview.
That same night, remember?
Oh, right.
That same night, she hears something and she wakes up and her door's open.
Even though she had locked it.
Yeah. So she wakes up and Keith is on the fucking sofa and he's all, no. Yes, no.
Yeah.
He's all like freaking out and you're like.
Oh, Jamie said she didn't lock it that time. Okay. Well, she locks it the second time for sure.
So you're like, don't you fucking go over there. He's having a fucking crazy wet dream. Never fucking touch a man when he's having a wet dream. So she fucking touches him, right? And he fucking jumps up and was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, don't fucking do that. So you're like, well, maybe he's not a bad guy. Like, he has PTSD from fucking Nam or something.
Yeah.
Because, like, he, like, freaks out.
Like, whenever she wakes him up, yeah.
So she was like, did you go in my room? And he's like, no, why the fuck would I go in your room? So she was like, all right, cool. So she goes in the main bed.
Rewind a little bit. This is one of the things that I've seen. I saw a couple critics say she stayed there because she couldn't find a room in Detroit she couldn't find a room in downtown Detroit. That's like so not realistic. So I looked it up.
You can't.
They said They said there was a medical convention in town, so she couldn't find a room. And like people, like I've seen, like I saw at least 3 reviews that were like, "There's no way there would be." So there are 4,000 hotel rooms in downtown Detroit. There was a medical convention this year, about just a few months while they were filming this movie, that had 6,000 people attending it.
So there would be no.
But there's the normal room occupancy when there are no things is about 50%. So yeah, they'd probably all be oversold. That was the Michigan Dental Association annual session for 26-22. Yeah. So I mean, like, it really is like there's, you know, that, I mean, I that could be a possibility. I mean, it was like she arrived at like 1 a.m. or something. Like it could.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be shit.
I have definitely pulled into towns and not been able to find a hotel. That has happened to me. I've also.
Just sleep in your fucking van and bird bath your balls. That's what I would do.
You know what else happened to me one time?
Soap, you're good to go.
You know what else happened to me one time? I was in Hawaii, and I was driving, and I was about an hour away from my destination, and we called the Airbnb guy, and we're like, well, we should be there in about an hour. And he's like, what? They had double booked the room.
And let me guess, it was
like the middle of nowhere, man. It was like on the like far east side of Maui. There's nothing over there. We were having to like try to find a room in a place where there's no hotels.
You're on a fucking island.
On an island, 5 hours away from our own hotel.
Bird bath those balls, buddy.
That's messed up. And so, like, the guy who double booked us actually answered the phone, unlike in this movie, and he got us a different house that was not the house we booked and was not on the beach, and so it kind of sucked.
Yeah, like, you don't know what the fuck is going on. It's a goddamn fucking people that rented the Airbnb in it because they don't want to answer. He tries calling, or did he? Like,
yeah, did he try to call? Like, you don't know. Like, and he's like, it's just creepy how kind he's being. Like, you know, and they even talk about that. Like, you know, oh, women have to be extra careful. I'm like, you weren't so careful. You just came in.
Yeah, while writing this script, he put every fucking red flag.
From the book?
Plus. And he put as many as he could think of in this script. Red flag. To show how fucked up it could be.
Yeah.
So anyway, she goes to sleep, she wakes up, he's gone. But there's a note on the table and it says, hey, you know,
had a great time.
Sorry for the flashback from Nam.
Yeah, leave the key in the lockbox if you leave. See you later. So she goes to the bathroom again. There's no toilet paper. So she drips dry, and then she like heads down to the basement to refill the toilet paper. Or she looks for it, and she opens the basement door, and she sees it. Well, she goes down there. The door shuts behind her.
And it's fucking locked.
And she's like, can't get out. And while she's down there waiting, she realizes it like flashes to the table inside, her key sitting there. I mean, her phone sitting there. She has the key in the pocket. So like, she's like, oh, it shows the lockbox outside with nothing in it. So
this is where the tension like gets through the roof.
This movie has crazy amounts of tension. Like the whole thing, like the sound that they used, the shots like Jamie says, the shots they used, I mean, like everything from the lighting to the camera.
Lucky Chris isn't on here. He would yell shots.
I know. He'd be like, the shots they took.
The shots they took, bro.
So she's just kind of looking around, and she finds this crazy like hidden door.
No, she sees a rope coming out of a hole in the wall.
Yeah. And that opens the door.
So she pulls on it, and there's like a hidden fucking door, and it opens.
Yeah.
And she fucking, it opens up, and she flashes a lamp. No, she gets some kind of metal.
A mirror.
A mirror to flash the sunlight, and it's just like a long fucking stairwell.
Yeah. Oh no, Sid said shots.
Just
It's a family thing. No, it's just a hallway at that point.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So she I guess she's down there long enough. She's like, I guess I'll go see what's down this hallway. And she walks down there and turns on this light, and there is a room that any sane person in the world would be like, oh hell no, I'm breaking windows, I'm digging through the wall, I'm doing whatever I can to get out of here. This is
crazy porn murder room.
Yeah, it's just
bad, disgustingly bad. There's blood handprints on the wall.
There's a blood handprint.
There's a fucking VHS recorder, not even a digital.
No, like old school.
It's fucking VHS. They mean business when it's VHS. Yeah. If you ever get kidnapped and they pull out a VHS recorder, you're fucked.
Yeah.
It's a family thing.
That's what I said. Yeah. And then the there's like a dirty ass mattress, and then just a poo bucket. And so she's like, gets out of there, walks back up, just waits, and then eventually she sees, what's Justin's character? Oh my God, Bill Skarsgård, Keith. Bill Skarsgård character Keith comes up. She hears him pull up, and she's kind of climbs on a bucket and starts banging on the little transom window.
Like, what's up?
Yeah.
So you're like, fuck, is this dude in on it? Like, what the fuck is going on?
And he gets her. They get the window open. She throws out the keys. He comes down. They go upstairs, and this is where you're like, okay, this guy's about to murder the shit out of her. Because she's like, we need to go right now. And she's like, there's a bucket, there's a video, there's, handprints, there's all this stuff.
And he's like, no, wait a minute.
Wait, I just want to go see it.
I just want to check it out.
And then we'll go. And so.
And you're like, fuck, is he like.
He's baiting her.
Is he baiting her? Is he wanting to follow him? Like, is he going to bang her on the fucking dirty mattress?
And she's
make
like,
her shit in a bucket.
Yeah.
Put her bloody handprints on the wall.
Where do you throw the bucket?
I don't fucking know.
I don't even know. And then he convinces her, just stay up here until I come back up. 30 seconds. So she's standing there. He just doesn't come back.
So like, hello?
She's looking. She ends up going down there. She walks down to the end of the hall.
And there's nothing. He's gone.
Nothing. He's gone.
Vanished.
And then she notices there's another hidden door. And she opens that door. And it's just a long stairwell.
That's what
just a long, crazy stairwell. And
she's all, Keith.
She's screaming. And then it takes a few, and he's like, and you're like,
don't you fucking do it.
He's baiting her even further into the trap. And she gets, she starts going down there. This is the other thing where people are like, she would not have done that. This is like stupid. You can't believe that she would have done that.
When you're that fucking terrified and you're by yourself and there's somebody down there, the only person you think, you're going to fucking just...
See, I think she's like such a good person. She actually wants to go help him. Like, she thinks, oh my God, he's actually in trouble. Like, I need to go help him.
Nah, I'm going to be like, hey, Keith.
I'm out.
He's going to be in the lockbox. I'm going to go ahead and take off. My interview went all right.
Yeah.
And all. But...
yeah, peace out. And so she goes down. So a lot of people are like, she would not have done that. I like to believe that Tess is such a good person because that's kind of how it comes across in the rest of the show, that she's like an actual... good kind of trusting person. She's going to go down and try to help him. Other people are like, this is just completely unbelievable. She would have ran away. I mean, first of all, it's a fiction story. So, probably not.
How many fucking houses do you think are out there like that?
Oh, I mean, there might be something like that.
No, there's a lot. All these missing people lately, fuck that.
I'll show you our basement later.
Oh, yeah, you will.
So she goes down, and she has her light on her phone, and she looks in this corner.
She's getting anxious.
Dude, it's an anxious movie.
I usually don't like doing play-by-play, but this movie is so fucking good.
It's so good. And she sees a row of cages.
And you're like, what the fuck? Are they, maybe they fucking do crab.
Dude.
Maybe they trap crab.
No, man. No, at that point, she's like, I would be like, this motherfucker's about to grab me. He's going to throw me in with these cages.
You still don't know what the fuck Bill Skarsgård Keith is up to. Like, this motherfucker's going to fucking rape her.
Yeah, he's like, there's an imminent rape coming. So, all of a sudden, he appears.
He fucking just runs out of the dark and scares the living shit out of you.
And she's like, let's go. And he goes, no, we need to go this way.
We need to go this way. And you're like, bitch, you didn't come. You came from this way.
And he's just like,
oh, she's coming.
She's coming. There's someone else down here with us. There's someone with us.
Come this way. Follow me.
Then, this is where the writer and director, Zach Krieger, said he didn't know where to go with the story when he was writing it. And he said, what he literally said was that he said, you know what? What if I have a huge naked woman come running out of nowhere?
Like fucking 6'2" with fucking banana titties all white. So, looking like fucking a crazy fucking zombie.
So all of a sudden, this pale ass giant.
You forgot to say banana titties.
Banana titty, 7 foot tall woman comes running.
That's how people were describing her. She has the biggest fucking banana titties I've ever seen.
It was dark as shit too. Like you don't see her till the last second, and the noise she's making. And it's a very tall man playing the woman. And just instantly, this is where, okay, guys, you're done after this. Like, the movie's ruined for you after this. Because we're not even into it yet. But if you stay for this part, it's ruined. All of a sudden, this crazy, giant woman with banana boobs comes out. And she just grabs his head and starts slamming it against the wall until it just crushes his head.
And you're like, man, I guess he was good.
I guess he was a good guy.
He was a good guy. He wasn't lying. There was nothing in that tea. There was nothing in the wine.
No, he was actually a good guy. He just got
so you're like,
fucking killed.
Bitch, fucking Bill. Bill Skarsgård, he was actually playing a good guy.
So our main character, our biggest star in the whole movie.
What is that? What was that, like 20 minutes?
20, 30 minutes?
Yeah, if that. Gone. Like, he's out. He's out of the picture.
And to me, I was like, I thought he was the lead. Like, the way the preview, everything, I was like, he's the lead character. And then, no.
And then it just goes fucking black. And
just goes black.
What the fuck is going to happen?
You could literally end the movie right there if it was a horror short. Like, if it was a short, you could end the movie right there. And you'd just be like, wow. Holy fuck, that was terrifying. Like, because just the entire, even though that's the only gory, crazy thing up to this point, it still was so tense. And the music was so, like, the sound,
it's just because
the camera
so
angles.
Fucking dark.
Oh my God.
And you can't see anything until it's the last second because they come out of the dark.
Yeah.
Because you're like, there's something up there.
Yeah.
Really
oh my God.
You who did that best? Hereditary, too.
Hereditary was great.
Hereditary, you're like, there's something up like a fucking spider on the ceiling.
And you don't see it till it moves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Then it just cuts to black, and the next thing you know, you didn't even know, did you?
No, I had no idea.
You fucking see Justin Long driving in his fucking convertible.
Singing some douchey song.
Singing some fucking song. And you were like, I think you told me, I didn't know Justin Long was in this bitch.
Yeah, I didn't know. I tried, because it was one of those trailers that makes it so you don't know what's going on. I don't want to look into it. You know, I mean, so I, like, a lot of things you can kind of tell, even, you know, a lot of really good horror movies, you can tell what the movie's kind of going to be about. This one you couldn't tell at all. There was no.
Because the trailers aren't that long. Nowadays, fucking trailers are like 2 minutes, 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Dude, the 80s trailers, how long were they? 54 seconds.
Some, yeah. Most of them aren't very long.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
But nowadays, people want to fucking know everything. I don't want to go see that. But
so
they show you half of the movie. Oh, maybe I'll go see it.
Yeah. And so then it cuts to, like, Southern California, Pacific Coast Highway, Justin Long riding in a It's out right now, Mr. Monkey. It's at the theater. It's at the theaters right now. It's only been out a few weeks.
That's probably been out like a month.
A month. A couple few. It's been out a couple few weeks.
Couple few months.
So Justin Long's riding down, and he's like, you don't know who he is. He's just like, in his little convertible singing a song, and he gets a call, and they're like, hey, it's Bonnie. You're on with me and Jeff or something. I don't know who it was, but they're talking to him like, hey, we got some kind of bad news. Like, I think Melissa was the person. You don't see any of these people. You only hear their names. So, but they're like, she's a co-star with him in a pilot they just filmed, and she is telling the newspaper that he was sexually inappropriate. And so then they're like, he's
like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? What the fuck? How is this happening? Like, this isn't real. This didn't happen. And then they said, and it looks like they're going to cancel
the show.
If they move forward, it's going to be without you, and they're going to do an investigation. And he's like, what the fuck? I'm the one that got her that role. And they're like, what is she saying? What's she saying I did? And then he goes, is she saying I raped her? And he kind of like laughs a little bit, like, there's no way. And then
he's like, fucking tell me.
And then they're like, yes, she's saying you raped her. And he's just speechless. He just like, I think he just hangs up and pulls off the road. And he's just like looking down the road.
Yeah, and at this time,
watching the
movie, you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it just goes in a totally different direction.
Yeah.
It's like a whole new movie.
It's like a whole new movie. And like, I saw one person that was talking about it, and they said, I thought, because there wasn't anything talking about it, I thought, oh my God, that was like so short. This is going to be an anthology. Like, this is going to be like an anthology that some little thing ties them in together, which isn't the case. But then I think it cuts to what's next. It's him like talking to his financial advisor.
Yeah, he's telling his financial advisor, it's going to ruin you. Not ruin you. You're going to be bankrupt.
You're going to be broke. And he's like, well, what about
getting a lawyer?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, what about my properties?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you can sell the house you have in Detroit.
Yeah, he's like,
and you're like,
mm-hmm. So it cuts to
what about the property on 476 Barbary?
Yeah.
Street.
So yeah, it cuts to that. Like him, or no, he's talking to his advisor.
He's talking to the advisor. Yeah. So he's like, I don't want to get rid of that. I have to keep something. Doesn't he?
He doesn't want to get rid of his house in L.A. And they're saying, what if I sell all my properties in Detroit or in Michigan?
He's
or
like,
whatever?
It might get you through
a couple months. Yeah,
a couple months and stuff. So he takes off. He's at the airport in the parking garage.
Yeah, in Detroit.
And he's telling him, I'm flying out to Detroit. He's like, what the fuck? I wouldn't leave if I were you. He's like, am I under arrest? And he's like, no, I wouldn't leave. It would look bad on your part.
Yeah.
So he's like, no, I'm going to my property in Detroit.
Yeah. And then he's like, if I could just talk to Melissa, I could figure this out. And the lawyer's like, do not talk to her. Any contact needs to be through us. Do not talk to her. And, his character arc in this movie is so good. Like, it just goes from wow, this guy's getting hosed to, we'll get into that. So he gets up to his house, and he goes in, and he's just like, what the fuck is going on? He goes in.
He stops by the realtor first.
Yeah.
To get the key, and you can tell they're kind of like, oh.
Yeah.
Because that shit's already out. Like, there's already, it's on fucking TMZ and Entertainment Weekly.
Perez Hilton is reposting it.
Yeah, Perez, in an alternate universe where he didn't get canceled. He gets a key, and they're like, hey, what's up? So he goes to his Airbnb. It's an Airbnb.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, this is where this is going. So he goes in, and he's like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell's going on? shit on the table. There's keys and a wallet. He goes in the room and her luggage is still there. And he doesn't really say how long it's been, does it? It's been at least a week.
I think it's been, I think once he talks to some of the other characters, he realizes it's been a couple weeks.
So you're like, oh shit, like, holy fuck.
He's like, somebody's staying in my house. And he's basically trying to figure out, like, how the shit do I get out of this? How do I get money? And what is it he hears? Well, first of all, he goes out and meets up with his friend who is the Everett, who is played by Zach Krieger. And Zach is like, I know what I've seen on TV and on the internet, but just tell me what's real, you know? And he's like, this is where you're kind of like, oh, AJ's a piece of shit. Cause he's like, to tell you the truth, I did fuck her, you know?
And right there, she wasn't, alcohol in him, you're like, this dude's a fucking douche.
Yeah, and he goes, I mean, she wasn't into it, you know, but like... I persuaded her, and then like, you know, she was like, so no, but then she was like, yeah. He actually said like, she was like, no, but then after we got going, she was into it, you know, and you're like, holy fuck, this dude raped her, you know? So then he goes home and he calls her. He's like, I just want to apologize. Awkward. He did a good drunk walk and drunk, it's how you walk after a couple of these caipirinhas.
That's how I walk all the time.
Oh, okay.
I'm fucked up.
So he gets back to the house, crashes out, wakes up the next day and starts looking. He actually hears something in the basement. So he goes down and takes a knife and a flashlight and, you know, says some threatening stuff. Goes down there, gets into the hidden room, and he's like, oh shit. When he sees it, he like sees the room. I mean, this was also like comic relief, and what I thought it was played out really good. And this was another one of the things that bad critics say is like, if he would have seen that stuff, he wouldn't have done what he did. Well, what he does is he goes in and sees that, and he's like, oh shit, you see the room with the like bed and the video camera and all that.
There's a fucking video playing about breastfeeding.
And no, I mean, before he gets into that, he first goes down there and he comes back up and he looks, he types in, it like cuts from that room to him on his computer and is like, can like a basement be used as square footage, you know? And he's like, although it can't be listed on square footage, it can be listed as overall. So he's like, oh shit. And he gets a tape measure.
He starts measuring everything all the way down the hallway.
Yeah. And so he's like, oh, that's, 300 square feet. And he's like, fuck yeah. And then he finds the other door, which goes down the thing, and he starts measuring. And it's just like, he comes to the cages and he's like, he comes to the cages and he's like, holy shit, like, what's this? And then he starts measuring, and the funny thing I thought about that is the director, Zach Krieger, actually had him do that before he had even seen the script of why he was doing it. So he's just like, why am I doing this? Like, what is this point? So like, so he was like acting all actually surprised because he didn't really know what was going on. And then what happens next? He gets to the room. He finds that room.
And there's a video playing. Or is that after?
No, that's when he sees the video.
The videotape playing with how to breastfeed a child.
Yeah, it's weird.
You're like, what the fuck?
So there's this room that has the only room down this hallway that has light, and he's kind of like, hello? And he walks down there, and there's just a video, like how to care for your newborn. And it's like got like blankets and shit everywhere, and he's kind of like, oh god, that. Then it kind of seems like he's kind of like, like, okay, something's like fucked up. And he had been measuring down the hallway, and like all of a sudden someone grabs his tape measure and yanks it out of his hand,
and it's fucking banana titties.
Yeah. And
drags him.
Does she drag him, or does he just and throws him in the pit?
Throws him in the pit with
yeah.
Forget her name. What was her name?
Tess.
And she's like freaking out. You can tell she's all.
And you at this point you think Tess is dead. Like,
so when you see her, you're like, oh shit, she's still alive.
Yeah.
And it was 2 weeks. It had been 2 weeks.
Okay.
And she shows up and opens the cage. There's like they're in a pit, but it's covered with a grate. And she comes and shoves a bottle.
Like an old school bottle with one of those like
bottle.
big,
it's all fucking dirty with a big dirty nipple on it. And she's all, just drink it. And he's all like, no, I'm not gonna drink it. And she's like, she's gonna get me. Just drink it. So Tess starts drinking it, hiding in the corner, drinking fucking titty milk. And she gets pissed off and drags him out.
Yeah, she jumps down in there, and you're like, "This motherfucker's dead because he won't drink this." Because Tess told him,
fucking gross.
Tess told him, "Do not get upset, or she gets upset."
Not Tess, Jamie.
I don't know what Jamie was saying. Oh, you kept saying she, or we kept saying she. Yeah. So mother. That's what she's credited as in the thing, but we'll just call her BT.
BT.
So BT jumps down in the cage when he refuses to drink and is like in his face, and he's like, ah, and grabs him and pulls him up out of the cage. Like, it's like she's like a spider monkey. She just like grabs him and climbs up out of there.
And she's like butt naked.
Oh yeah, she's like crazy naked. And so BT drags him back to the weird nursing room and starts like,
that scene was so fucking disgusting. So
it's creepy. She's like trying to like treat him like the lady on the TV
and
is treating. Like she's like rubbing his she's like Baba.
Yeah, and shoving her fucking BT in his mouth and oh my god.
And like on the video, like it's like a looping video, and it like shows like the mother like go like this and go boop on the baby's nose, and like BT like does that to him, and he's like, oh, and then tries to shove her boob in his mouth, and I think that's when it cuts, right? Is that when it cuts to the flashback? Or Tess climbs out of the
Tess climbs out of the kennel.
Yeah.
The pit.
Yeah.
And she takes off and she passes by
and sees him.
And sees AJ and she's like, I'm out, bitch. She's like, nope.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the flashback. Okay, so the flashback had already happened. So there's a flashback scene where it flashes.
That's why I don't know where it was.
Yeah, it flashes back to the 80s. And
you have to tell them about
you see, the cool thing is it flashes back to the 80s, and the aspect ratio of the movie changes, which is weird. They don't have it listed as multi-aspect on IMDb or anything. So I was like, kind of like, I know it changed because I like took one of the note cards from Draft House and like actually wrote that on there. So it changes from widescreen to more of a squared format, and which is a really cool effect. There's like a lot of movies. I mean, not a lot of movies that do that, but like Christopher Nolan does that a lot. But he does it differently. He does it because he films all his stuff in 70 millimeter, or all his crazy action scenes in 70 millimeter for IMAX. But then most of the rest of it in 35, so it just changes the. So when you're watching a regular theater, it's like changing it. It's like kind of cool. They did that in Life of Pi, and Wes Anderson does it a lot. Just changing that in the middle. Scott Pilgrim did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did that in Scott Pilgrim. Edgar Wright. And yeah, it so it like changes to like an older, like actual 80s form or aspect ratio, and it's showing Richard Brake, whose character is Frank, coming out of the house, but back in the 80s when everything was beautiful, like crazy Technicolor homes, like oversaturated, like
that's why when I came back from the restaurant, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. And it shows him going to a grocery store and picking up baby supplies and like sheets and the video that they're watching in the thing, like he's actually picks that up too. And then it shows him like follow this lady home, and it doesn't really go into anything about what happened, but you kind of, assume he's a freaking kidnapper, raper. Because he's like, gets back home and the neighbor's like, we're selling our house. And, before it goes to shit around here. And he's like, I'm not going anywhere. And he goes in his house. And when he gets in his house.
I saw the part where he follows the woman and knocks on the door with the Carlos shirt.
Yeah, he
acts like the electrician.
Water guy, I think, because he turns on some water.
And he's like, I just came here to check so-and-so. And she's like, oh, yeah, come on in. So he goes into the restroom, and he just unlocks the window.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, this dirty bitch.
But when he gets back to his house, he goes in, and you hear, like, he starts walking out of the basement, and you just hear a woman screaming. And you're like, fuck. This guy's fucked.
So this is how it started.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, Tess, he flashes back to Tess. She's trying to get out. Runs into a homeless guy. She runs and gets out. She breaks a window and gets out. And he's like, you gotta come with me. And she's like, no, we gotta save this guy. There's a guy in there.
He goes, he's dead. Like,
you gotta get away from her.
Yeah.
She's evil. She comes out at night.
Yeah.
So even this dude knows what the fuck is in there.
Yeah.
And she's like, how does AJ escape from her?
AJ's still down there.
Yeah, I know, but how does he reach Frank?
Because BT tries to start chasing her when she realizes she got away, and
yeah, that bitch is crazy.
And gets out, and she actually gets in her car and hits her with the car, and then takes off. That's when she takes off running. She like tries to run away. The car's like effed up.
And that's when she's like, we got to go back and get him.
Yeah.
So you see AJ, he's just going down the hall.
Oh, no, he hadn't smashed. She didn't run into him yet with the car because she just comes out and does this at first, and then goes back into the window because the car's not smashed at that point. She starts trying to run to try to get help at that point.
And calls the cops.
Yeah.
She runs down to the gas station and shit. The cops show up there and they don't want to fucking even mess with her.
They don't even care. They don't believe her story. They think she's like a
crackhead?
They think she's like a crackhead.
Yeah, because she looks fucked. She's been down in the basement for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's funny because
2 weeks.
It's funny because they're just like saying like, they don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
they're like, we don't see anybody in there. What are you talking about? And they're like,
did you break into this house? Like, they're
she tries to like kick the door, and they're like, ma'am, we're gonna take you to jail. You can sleep it off. And she's like, what? And then they get a call that there had been a shooting, so they just leave.
Like, we're gonna go, and she's like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, she's freaking out. And is that when they cut to AJ?
Yep.
He escapes. AJ finds a room. There's a fucking crusty old man in a disgusting room in the dark.
Well, what's crazy is he's running from her because she had gone up to chase, BT had gone up to chase Tess, and so he took off running the other way, and he sees like some wires on the wall, so he starts following them, and he comes to this door, which is, something's bad in there, because in the shadows right outside his vision, you see BT, and she's like just lurking, like it's so dark, you just barely see, but she's like afraid, and she kind of comes into the light, and then she just backs out. And so he goes through the door.
So you're like, what the fuck is it?
Yeah. He goes through the door, and it's just like this like filthy living quarters, and it ends up being Frank as an older man. And he's looking around, and he's like, I'm going to get us help. I'll get us out of here. He's like, well, I'll get out of here, but I'll call help, and the police are going to be swarming this place. And then he's kind of looking around, and he had like given the guy some water and like, trying to help him out. He's like, this guy's a prisoner too. Like, I'm not going to end up like this guy. Like, so he starts looking at all these tapes, and there's like all these names. VHS tapes. One of them's like,
Redhead.
Yeah, like vomiter, like screamer, Asian person from market, just like weird shit, like on this, like, no names, just all like these just like weird descriptions. And he sticks one of the tapes in.
They don't really show anything, but
They don't show it, but
he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And he's like, you sick fuck, and this and that. And he fucking leans over to open a drawer.
Yeah.
And he pulls out a gun. And you're like, he's like, oh, no, 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 no. He's all scared. Don't shoot me.
Yeah.
And fucking Frank blows his own head off.
Yeah. Frank shoots himself.
Because he knew he just got busted.
Yeah. No more rapping for him.
I don't get it.
Parappa the Rappa? That's Frank.
Parappa the Rappa.
Parappa
So
the
he gets the
Rappa.
fucking gun. He takes off. What happens?
Yeah, so he gets the gun and he takes off. And he... Okay, so Tess had broken the... At this point, it had also shown back, Tess had broken the window. Got in, got her car. She's like, I'm going to get my car and go try to get help. Well, she's getting ready to back out. And all of a sudden, BT comes running out the front door. And like, she backs it up and she's just like, what? Like
backs it up.
Yeah, back that ass up. And she floors it. Then she goes forward and like slams into Mother. And she's on the hood and she's like, breaks the window. But she's like, you know, she hit her.
It's so crazy. She's got like a long ass arm.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
a fucking creature, man.
Yeah. And so, but then she just kind of like lays down on the hood and you're like, well, okay, cool. She killed her. Now she just needs to go inside.
So that's when AJ comes out.
No. First she goes down because that's when AJ.
Okay.
She goes down and she's like looking for AJ and she's like kind of whispering for him.
Right. Oh shit! I forgot about that part.
And he's trying to get out, and then the next thing you hear is just bam, like just a gunshot.
And that bitch goes down.
AJ shot her.
And you're like, oh my god, this whole fuck. And she's like dead, dude. Like they show her.
Yeah.
And you're like, are you fucking kidding me? You went out like that? You got killed by a fucking rapist?
And he realizes what he's done, and he comes down, and he's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Wake up, wake up, wake up. And she pops back too. And he's like, we got to get out of here. And he grabs her and
She wasn't dead.
Yeah, she wasn't dead.
I mean, she's on the fucking ground with her eyes open. Why are you going to do that?
Yeah. So,
I mean, I guess that's what happens, right?
And they get out, and she's like, I think she's like, I took care of her. Let's go. And they get out the front door.
And she's fucking
And she's not there anymore. And the homeless man is there, and he's like, come with me, come with me. Like, well, no. They run down there, and he's like, I'm in here, come in here. And they try to hide inside the old abandoned water tower.
And that's when you hear, he tells them the story, like, it's just kids having sex, and then they have sex, and you find out it's just inbred. It's all inbred.
Frank had been inbreeding with his own kids for, decades.
And this was super
inbred.
Hillbilly.
Super hillbilly.
Yeah.
Super white trash. She was super white trash. I'm surprised she didn't have like a pack of Pall Malls.
Like can climb a tree in like 2.7 seconds. White trash.
Oh man. So
she could probably noodle like nobody.
Dude.
Jump in the river and catch
catfish on each arm.
Yeah. Total white trash.
So he's like, this was a little bit more, I thought, comic relief. He's sitting there and he's like, I've been living here 15 years and she ain't never gotten here. And all of a sudden she's like, boom, and busts through the wall. And she's like, and she like grabs him.
It turns up into a straight up monster movie, dude. They're trying to get away from this crazy bitch. And it's not even it's a fucking creature.
Yeah, man.
So they fucking kills the homeless guy.
Yeah. They start running. They can't get out, Oh, and also like you're seeing, while he's talking to while the homeless guy's talking to him, he's like, she really messed you up, and AJ says, she didn't do that, I did. And then Tess says, oh, but it was an accident. He goes, he's kind of like starting to cry and tear up. He's like, you got to take responsibility for the things you've done. When you've hurt somebody, you have to make it right. And you're like, holy shit, he's coming around. He realizes he's got this really good, okay, I'm a good guy. Oh, I raped somebody. Oh, I'm a good guy again. And then BT busts through the wall. They try to run. She's hurt, so she can't get over the fence.
Doesn't even give a fuck about her.
Yeah, they start to run up the top of the tower. She's chasing them.
Which is a horrible idea. Like,
yeah.
Who the fuck is going to do that?
But he has the gun, so she's following. He tries to pull the gun out, fumbles it, falls off the side of the building, or off the side of the water tower. She comes up.
She's running up the stairs, and they're like looking around, and you can hear her walking up.
And then it cuts to AJ, and his character arc just does another fucking loop-de-loop like the Shockwave at Six Flags, and says, I can get away, but you've got to distract her, or something like that. And she walks up, BT walks up, and he goes, come and get your baby, and just throws her off the side of the fucking water tower.
Yeah, and you're like, what the fuck? And fucking BT jumps after her.
Yeah, hits the ground, there's blood everywhere.
And you're like, this motherfucker, he's a piece of shit.
And then he walks down, and he's like, good, I'm getting away. And he sees him laying there, and he walks over, and BT had kind of cushioned the blow. And so Tess is laying there, and kind of goes, ugh, and he's like, oh my God, are you okay? I had to do it. I didn't mean to, you just started slipping, and then I couldn't get you. And, I'm like,
and you realize,
dude, what a piece of shit. And she's like, he's like, but now I'm going to save you. I'm saving you. I'm like, dude, you just tried to kill her. And, all of a sudden, you can't put BT down. A 30-foot fall ain't going to kill BT.
Dude, she bounced on those bitches, dude. I'm telling you, those banana titties. If y'all see this, you got to see. You're going to see what I'm talking about. So that's why she lived.
Yeah. She pops up all of a sudden and grabs Justin Long, AJ, and just picks him up off the ground by his head. And it goes full on. We go we go into the Italian horror genre because this dude, Fulci. He goes full on Fulci. I mean, he got his eyes poked out in Jeepers Creepers, and she rips his eyes out in this.
Crushes his fucking
head. It looks like she rips it in half. It looks like she sticks her thumbs in there and then rips his head open. But it shows it real fast. That's what I kind of wish it would have showed him laying there at some point with his head ripped open, but it didn't. And she goes down, and she's like, Baba, to Tess. Baba. Alex said, what in the Alabama backwoods Dukes of Hazzard General Lee is y'all talking about? We're talking about a super hillbilly inbred.
BT, banana titties.
And so Tess is like, I can't go back. And she's trying to caress Tess, and every time she starts
you kind of feel sorry for her.
You feel sorry for her. She
was inbred to
be a baby machine.
Yeah, all she did was push out these fucking inbred mutants.
Yeah, and so I think what happened is she is trying to love these people like a baby, and
But if you don't, she's gonna fucking smash your head against the wall.
Because you can tell. Well, she sees them as threats. I think when Bill Skarsgård's freaking out, she sees them as a threat. To her life. It's not like she just wanted to kill him, because Tess plays along, and even up until the very end, she's trying to pick Tess up, and she doesn't know what Tess is saying, but she can see that Tess is in pain, and she puts her back down. She's tries to grab her, and Tess is like, and she you can see that she's concerned about oh my God, she's hurt, she dove off of a roof to try to save her. She cares about her, and it's really sad. That's kind of a sad, because the monster turns out to not be a monster, and AJ, who looks like the best dude in the world on paper, is really a monster.
Yeah, like you said, the person you would think was the monster, Keith.
Yeah.
It's not. He's the good guy, and fucking AJ, who you think. Wait, what did I say that wrong?
Yeah. Yeah, you think he's the good guy.
Yeah,
I mean, you think AJ's a good guy.
You think AJ's the good guy, but he's the fucking bad guy.
Yeah, at first you're like, this guy's getting hosed by some actress that just has something against him.
And that's why I don't get why people didn't love this movie.
I know.
Like, it's just so good. And people talk so much, it sucked. Like, no,
well, I mean, I hear a bunch of stuff. Oh, how was she feeding herself down under the ground? Dude, it's a movie.
No, titty milk is one of the most nutritious.
Yeah, but how does she eat to get the titty milk?
Fucking Frank probably has like Snickers and shit.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Good Bars.
That makes sense. Probably Mr. Good Bars.
Those fucking nasty ones.
Mars
with the
bars.
Raisins. You remember
Zag
those?
Nuts. No.
They were squares and it was chocolate with raisins in it. It's fucking gross.
I feel like I'm gonna be sick. Was it bread pudding with chocolate?
I don't know. Kept it in your tatas. Well, anyway, so she's fucking reaching for the gun. Tess, you can see her doing her fingers like this.
Yeah.
And she grabs the gun, and you can tell she doesn't want to fucking shoot her, but she has to.
Dude.
She doesn't want to go back to that hellhole.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is the mom, you know, BT is just sitting there trying to kind of hold her, going like, Baba, and like, she like puts the gun right up to her face, and
she
like,
doesn't do nothing
because she doesn't know what it is, and she just, you know, Jamie said she put BT out of her misery, and so like, yeah, she shoots her, and it goes black. It's like the end.
That's the end of the movie, and you're like, fuck, what did I just watch?
Dude, and it's like, so the complaints I hear, she wouldn't have gone down the stairs. She wouldn't have ever gone down the stairs in the first place. Well, I kind of debunked that one as she is a very caring person and she was trying to go down the stairs. You know, I mean, she was trying to help this person. The other one is like, how were they eating down there? How were those people that lived under the ground eating? Dude, it's a fucking movie. You know, like, and people are like, you shouldn't have to suspend that much belief. I'm like, dude, there's a crazy hillbilly woman that's fucking 8 feet tall. And you like, so you buy that, but you don't buy that she would walk down the stairs or that she could figure out how to eat, you know? And so I thought that was like some weird stuff, but dude, the way that they shot it, the camera angles, like the way they use like kind of the light and dark aspect of everything, like how she gets there and it's completely dark and she can't see anything. And like, you know, that should be the scary part. But in reality, the next day she comes out where it's like super bright and you see the neighborhood and it's scarier in the daylight than it was in the dark. You know, like that's like, I feel like that's like it's really weird. And like, you know, just the use of all that stuff was really good, I thought.
Excuse me.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't get, like, I tried.
You know, Jordan Peele was involved in this. He's really good friends with the director, and he would call him and would like tell him and stuff. And he said he's like the
kind of advised him on it.
Kapow!
What's up?
Yeah, he advised him on stuff. So he said he was a big part, the essence of the movie.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I mean, I thought it was really good. I feel like, you know, like I said, I hadn't seen Georgina Campbell in anything other than that very short, you know, whatever Black Mirrors are, like 45 minutes or something. That's the only thing I've seen her in. Excuse me. But I feel like she did a great job. And I mean, this being a comedy writer and actor's first movie in the horror genre.
I can't wait to see what comes up next. This
is his first thing, and it's just amazing. And I, you know,
he offered the role of AJ to Zac Efron first. And Zac Efron turned it down. And that's
I'm glad.
Yeah, but you don't know that. But that's the reason why Zac Efron will always get roles where he's a guy that falls in love with a girl on a fucking trip to Hawaii that has lousy relationships, and they wind up getting stranded on an island, and they wind up falling in love. That's why he'll have roles like that, and not fucking what's his name?
Well, that's why.
Justin Long.
That's why I I'm glad he didn't do it because that's the roles I like to see him in, and I want to see him get typecast as those roles.
Actually, Zac Efron's pretty good.
Wait, Zac Efron? Oh, I was thinking of those British people that are in that boy band, but one of them's kind of an actor now.
Don't you ever talk about the Backstreet Boys like
No. British boy band.
Don't you ever
My niece loves them. And there's one guy, Harry Styles. I was thinking of Harry Styles. I thought you were saying that he was trying to get Harry Styles to be the main guy.
Man, fuck Harry Styles. Guess we're never having Harry Styles on.
I don't want to have Harry Styles on. I
just like seeing Harry Styles.
I mean, I guess it would be big. Oh, man. Mr. Monkey said the Beatles. I think there's only one of them alive anymore.
The Beatles. Did you know Airbnb is actually in the word barbarian?
I saw that.
What the fuck? Like, what's going on?
It's weird.
And people were pissed because there wasn't a barbarian in it. But the name of the street is Barbary. And the address is 426. Which, hold on, let me see.
Yeah, it's the year the barbarians attacked.
The year the barbarians. 476 Barbary Street. The year 476 is when the barbarians invaded Rome. It all makes fucking sense.
It does.
Nah.
I mean, Frank was barbaric. I mean, that was some barbaric shit. Like, he's kidnapping and raping women to have... I bet the barbarians did that.
I guess there's a piece of it in everything.
I bet when they invaded Rome, they were, like, raping and pillaging.
Barbary Street, Frank was a barbarian. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. He's not going nowhere.
Anymore.
He said he wasn't going anywhere. And he didn't.
Yeah, back in the 80s.
He died. He died there. But so I feel like Frank... They could figure out a way. Why wouldn't BT be a barbarian as well? She had 0 social skills. I think
barbarians she couldn't make a fire if she needed to. Barbarians can.
Yeah.
That's the way I sees it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe everybody's a barbarian. You know?
Now you're making me rethink everything, Jamie.
I mean, even Tess, she murdered someone at the end. She, maybe she's a barbarian.
The only one that the cops, they were barbarian.
They were barbaric. That was barbaric that they didn't want to help anybody.
The only guy that wasn't, the homeless guy.
What did he do to become homeless? Did he kill someone and have to go on the lam? And then was hiding out and eventually became homeless?
Lamb. Hungry.
The neighborhood was barbaric. The justice system was barbaric. It's all barbaric.
Everything's fucking barbaric.
You know who's not barbaric in this? Keith. He's the only one that was for real.
Shit, man.
And he's the one you think is the bad guy the whole first half of the movie.
Damn. I'm just rethinking this whole movie now. I'm gonna have to go watch it again.
Sarsgaard, like that name sounds like a barbarian.
Isn't he where you're from, Jamie? Holland days?
I think he's Swedish.
Same shit. She's gonna get mad. I'm sorry. She gets angry when I confuse her with Germans and Austrians and Swedishans.
Yeah, they're completely different. Yeah, but man, this is one of those movies that it's weird. It's got a really high rating. I mean, it's like 7.8 or something on IMDb. Like, it's high.
Rotten Tomatoes was 92%.
Yeah, super, super high. And then
Barbarian.
And what's crazy is it was like super high rating for most people, and then some people are just ripping it apart. Like, I saw everything that was coming, and I'm like, no, you didn't. I mean, maybe they did, but
bullshit, dude. You don't know. They don't have an inner monologue.
no. So I don't know.
Favorite parts of the movie?
My favorite parts of the movie for me, like actual scenes, like actual like acting scenes. I really liked when Justin Long was in the club and you find out he was a rapist. Not like it was like a crazy scene or anything, but like it's just kind of like, oh fuck, this guy really is a bad dude. And you don't think that. You think he's, I mean, at least me, I was like, oh fuck, man, he's getting set up for some reason. Like they're Me Tooing him, but he didn't do anything. And then like, oh no, he's a rapist.
My favorite part of the movie was the whole beginning, the first.
Just like the whole scene where Tess and
yeah, because you don't know what the fuck. Like,
dude,
Skarsgård did such a good job. Because he's such a sweetheart, but in your mind, you're like, fuck this guy. Don't fucking drink the tea. He's gonna rape your booty. Like,
he plays it to the point where he's so kind that it's creepy, and you're second guessing the whole time, like, is he good or is he bad? Is he good or is he bad? I mean, up until the time he gets his head smashed in,
yep,
I was still like, is he good or bad? And then all of a sudden you see that crazy...
Oh, man, he was good.
Yeah, you're like, damn it, he was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was... I mean, I like the whole part with BT, but that whole beginning, that was the most tense part of the whole movie for me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was tense. That was tense. And I really liked, too, when she goes in her job interview and the lady's like, oh, where are you staying? And she says, like,
scared?
And she's like, the something neighborhood, whatever neighborhood it was. And she was like, what? You shouldn't be there. No, really, you shouldn't be there. And
you're like, did everybody know about BT? And they're not doing anything?
No, it's just that neighborhood. I mean, that neighborhood was F.
I don't know, man. Homeless guy knew about BT.
Yeah.
They probably didn't believe him.
Yeah, nobody's gonna believe him. Yeah, it was crazy.
Sucks. Imagine all the cops that don't believe crackheads. The alien came down, we smoked crack together. And they're like, shut the fuck up, crackhead. But motherfucker, flashback, the motherfucker was sitting with a little fucking green, the Greys.
The Greys were smoking them out.
Smoking crack. And you find out that's why the Greys are here. Because they fucking want crack.
Is it still called getting smoked out if you're smoking crack?
No.
Okay.
I don't know what it's called. I've never smoked crack.
I don't yeah, but still, you might know what it's called.
Why? Because I'm Mexican and have tattoos on my face?
Yeah.
You're right.
I mean, I'm stereotyping, but...
I'm sorry, I should know that.
I just assume you're the one selling it to them.
I should know that, but I don't. Sorry. Smoking them out. Chasing the fucking foil?
And chasing the foil.
I just know they use foil, but I have no idea what they use it for. I don't know. Oh shit. Alrod said wigged out.
Getting wigged out with the Greys.
Wigged out. Do they wear wigs?
We wear wigs sometimes. Oh, Jamie just redeemed Wigify us. We nearly made it through.
Son of a bitch.
We nearly made it. And then you had to say, thanks, A-Rod.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, shit. Oh, yes. This one actually looks like Dorothy. Son of a bitch.
Oh, let's see what I got here. We're nearly out of wigs. We're going to have to start recycling.
Please tell me I'm going to look like Mia. I'm going to look like Mia from fucking Pulp Fiction.
Oh, I thought you were going to look like the lady from The Incredibles that like makes their costumes.
Darling.
Oh, The Incredibles. That's another movie that changed, even though it was a cartoon, it changed aspect.
Did you say
aspect ratio? Come on. You're gonna look beautiful, and I'm gonna look like Ronald McDonald.
Is that right?
I mean, I kind of just look like you do, but with red hair. Oh. We both got emo.
Looks like I'm one of the Peanuts.
Dude, I look like I'm in the fucking Goo Goo Dolls. Jamie, what's a good Goo Goo Doll song? Can we play one real quick? I don't know.
Well, I'd give all the world to find you or some shit. I don't know. I don't know the Goo Goo Dolls.
Don't I look like I should be in the Goo Goo Dolls right now? I think you have it too far forward. I think you need to pull it back a little bit. You always put them on so like you have like a 1-inch forehead. There you go.
All right. Oh, shit. Look at that. It looks real.
Dude, I know. We both look real. Should we start a Goo Goo Dolls cover band?
Yeah.
I need a Goo Goo Dolls song. Anyone, Goo Goo Dolls. I need one of the ones that I know. I don't know no Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah, we just came off of the Feral World of Love tour. Is that it? That sounds like a cool name, right? Feral World of Love tour.
Forever World of Love.
Yeah, it's cool.
We were out, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah. I want to thank our sponsors, MTV.
All we do now is just smoke cigarettes because we can't afford drugs.
You can't do drugs after you're a certain age. If you do, you just become homeless.
Mushrooms are all right.
I don't know any of these songs. I'm going to see if this works. It may cut out because of the sound. I don't know if they'll let songs go through here. Yeah.
I was almost right. What did I say? I'd give up the world to find you or some shit?
I think he said I'll give up the world to touch boobs.
Where the fuck is Iris, Alrods?
That's the name of the song. Iris. Give up the world to touch boobs.
On Iris.
And I don't think I know who I am. Or something. That's what it says.
Have you seen them lately?
No.
Dude, it looks like one of my tias on my mom's side.
Like a lot of makeup? I mean, a lot of
no. It's
face
not
coat, like
surgery, it's makeup. They look terrible. Like the makeup is so bad.
So today I was watching I was like, okay, what's some upcoming movies that I could watch?
Man, I think I could wear this wig every day. What do you think?
Yeah, you look pretty good. And you know which one I saw? There's two I saw, and they're both Christmas movies. One of them is the guy from Stranger Things that plays the sheriff. God, I'm blanking on his name right now.
Steven Dorff?
No, it's not Steven Dorff.
Chris Evans?
No. But Hopper is his name in Stranger Things.
Dude, that trailer is so fucking good.
What's it called? Mad Santa?
Fucking Violent Night.
No, what's it called? Violent Night? Is that what it's called?
It has violent. The first word is violent.
Well, it's a Christmas movie.
And he plays Santa.
But it's a Christmas horror movie. And he plays Santa Claus. And and this little girl, somehow her dad's like, we got this phone for you that's a direct line to Santa. And she's like, oh, no way. Well, they're super rich. That's how they got that phone.
Yeah, Violent Night.
Oh, Violent Night. Okay. And so...
It's from the same people that did Nobody.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And so he is Santa, and these guys, John Leguizamo...
Dude, John Leguizamo is so good in everything he fucking does.
...are trying to rob this house.
He's like, you have $8 million in your vault. That's what I want for Christmas.
Yeah. And so they have this crazy vault in their house. They're holding this whole family hostage. And she calls Santa on the phone, and he like shows up and just starts fucking them up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
great.
It's like a John Wick movie, but Santa.
I wait to see this fucking
Dude,
thing.
it looks so good. It looks so good. And like John Leguizamo's like, there's no such thing as Santa. Even though he's like disappearing and reappearing. Like he disappears up the chimney at one part.
Shit. It's like a kid's movie, but rated R.
Yeah.
It's like the Santa Claus, but
Dude,
rated R.
it looks so good.
Beating everybody the fuck up.
It looks so good. The other one that that I saw was
Jamie said, "Is it horror action?"
kind of probably more action, like sci-fi action, I would say.
Yeah, because Santa isn't real.
Yeah,
that motherfucker never brought me what I wanted.
Well, because you were on his naughty list.
I'm a good fucking person, dude.
Bro, you're Mexican and got face tattoos.
Oh, fuck, you're right. Okay.
Remember, you know about crack. So the other one I saw features Lindsay New Teeth Lohan, and that one is basically just an Overboard ripoff.
But after we saw that trailer, the algorithm on my phone said that movie's... I know she paid for that shit. That movie's going to change the way Christmas movies are made.
Oh, my God.
That's what it said.
That's what Lindsay Lohan said, though?
No, whoever posted the article.
Why would that change how Christmas movies are made?
I don't know. It looks like we're going to have to watch it and review it.
I'm not doing shit with that chick. Review.
We should do Rare Exports and Violent Night.
Well, yeah, but that's not the Lindsay Lohan one. So the Lindsay Lohan one, I was like, do you know how Rose McGowan looked right after she got all that plastic surgery and her top lip was kind of like, man, like her eyes were like, and like her cheeks were like.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
She looked
like Rose McGowan.
Thanks. I thought so.
Holy fuck.
That's
like,
cool.
I got kind of like, oh my God, I'm sitting next to...
She looked just like Rose McGowan did right after she got her surgery. I'm like, what the fuck? Did she just walk in and say, give me the Rose McGowan? I was like,
can I get the number 7 with fries?
Dude.
Is that what that is?
It freaks me out. Like, all these people.
Yeah, that trailer, I blocked it out, dude. I don't even remember. She falls off a mountain.
She's like
so fucking CGI.
She's basically
screen. It is terrible.
She's basically like a Paris Hilton. She's like, they actually say she's like the daughter of like some heiress to a hotel fortune, and she falls off the side of a mountain and gets found by some like guy who's, it's Overboard. It's just Overboard all over again. Which they've already remade Overboards.
It's great.
Did they really say that this was going to change how Christmas movies are made?
I should have fucking showed you. I didn't.
How would that change? It's a dumb fucking rom-com.
I don't know. I saw the remake of Overboard.
I think Violent Night might change how Christmas movies are made.
Man, I hope. I don't know if it's rated R, but it looks like it would be. Like
it looks like it would be.
Fucking people's heads over with axes.
I hope it's rated R. It looks. I hope they throw some good gore in there because it looks so good.
Speaking of Hopper, I told myself I wasn't going to watch the new Stranger Things season.
Uh-huh.
But when Angel was here, he put it on, and I was drawing, and I was like, I don't want to watch this. And then I just did this. I'm drawing, and I'm like, I looked up, and I got fucking hooked. And I was like, man, this is fucking good. So now I have to watch it. And I told Angel after the first episode, I was like, God damn it, Angel, I didn't want to watch this.
And that's the 4th season, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
So, I feel like the first season I loved.
I liked the 3rd one.
The 2nd season, I was like,
monster thing in the mall.
This is okay. The 3rd season I liked. And I kind of just don't want to watch the 4th season.
The first episode was badass. I thought it was great. I was like, fuck.
I've got so much.
11.
I've got so much stuff that I want to watch that I don't want to add that to the list. I haven't seen The Strain yet, and that looks like one of the most amazing vampire series ever.
It's Guillermo del Toro, dude. Come on.
Yeah, and I haven't even seen it. And now his new one's coming out. The Cabinet of Curiosities.
Welcome to my Cabinet of Curiosities.
Yeah. That's coming out.
Dude, that's crazy. I've seen that trailer like 3 times already.
It's different every time.
Every time he says that at the end, my fucking nipples are like...
You love him. You love Guillermo.
Dude, I would probably faint if I ever met him. That dude is he's a genius, dude. He's a genius. And you know it too. Don't even you know your fucking nips get hard.
That's not all. What?
Shit, I wish. Jamie said, when is he coming on the show?
Whenever. Well, he can come on whenever he wants.
I keep passing out and wake up. Yeah, he's my favorite.
He would be like, are we really going to this public storage right now? He would probably write a movie about it.
He's my favorite director because his fairy tales, he writes these fucking fairy tales. And he's just amazing. I can't wait for that show. 4 nights, 8 episodes.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
And I guarantee you we're going to be talking about those episodes every night.
Yeah, we should definitely review that.
Wig time is over.
I'm leaving mine on.
No,
I feel like we only have a few minutes left.
I'm hot. I can't do it, dude. I'm hot. And I'm especially hot talking about Guillermo.
I know. How'd you say that?
Guillermo?
I like that.
You like that? Yeah. That's right. I'm practicing when he comes on the show.
I thought it was Guillermo. Guillermo.
Guillermo.
Guillermo.
So what's up? Is that it?
I think that's about it. If anyone, seriously, even if we just ruin this whole movie for you, go see it.
Just go watch it anyway.
If you're going to go watch one horror movie this year, this should be it. In my opinion. This is the best horror movie I've seen in a while. Like
since Hereditary, I think.
Definitely like Hereditary. You haven't seen Midsommar, but man, you need to see that. I can't believe you haven't seen that yet. Kind of bums me out.
How have you seen The Wicker Man, though?
Nothing like that.
They're in my eyes.
Oh, my legs! He broke my legs. Wait, are you talking about the old one or the new one? The Nick Cage version?
The Nick Cage version. There's an original?
Yeah, the Nick Cage one's a remake.
No, shut up.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes, Jamie, Barbarian is way better than Midsommar.
The gore in Midsommar is better. The gore is for sure better. The gore is crazy in Midsommar.
I don't know. Is Nick Cage in Midsommar?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, fuck.
He's running around.
And it's not Midsommar, it's Midsommar.
So it takes place, Midsommar, I'm just going to recap it for you. So there's this group of friends. They're going to, there's one friend that's from Midsummerland, somewhere, some place where Jamie lives area.
Sommer.
And so.
You're saying it wrong.
Somar. So they're going, he's like, I'm going home to this Midsummer festival. And he's like, you should come with us, you know, or he's kind of encouraging her to go, even though like the boyfriend doesn't want her to go, but the guy who's from that village wants her to go kind of. And because I'm just going to spoil it for you. He's setting her up. So they get there and slowly people start getting killed, and Nick Cage is there trying to steal the Declaration of Independence, but it's the Declaration of Midsummer. So he's trying to steal that in order to stop the Midsummer terrorist. And he falls in love with them, and at the end, him and her and one other guy all have nice cars in front of a mansion.
You had me at Nick Cage's penis. Wait, did you say Nick Cage's penis?
No, I didn't, but because I was trying to make the show PG tonight.
Well, that's cool, though. I don't need to watch it now. You just fucking explained the whole thing to me.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of other hilarity, but yeah, Nick Cage is great in it. So you should watch it.
All right, I'm going to have to watch it then. But you have to watch The Gentleman.
Does that have Nick Cage in it?
Yes. Nick Cage is in everything. Every single movie you watch lately, Nick Cage is in it.
That's great.
All right, so what's going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow night, Jamie, can you pull up the upcoming? Oh, why does it say up? Oh, she just spelled it wrong. Tomorrow night's Maniac. I'm excited about that one. Upcoming.
Maniac, and we have a special guest. Nick Cage.
Nick Cage will be here tomorrow night with us. Not really.
I wish.
And then Cabin in the Woods, one of the other great ones. We got some merch popped up right there on the center of the screen.
I mean, like, come on, guys.
How did that cup get there?
When you're drinking your cocktails or coffee in the morning, it would make my day go faster and brighter with the Sinister Sinema mug. You know why? Because I fucking hand drew every piece of artwork that's on every.
I know. You do all of our artwork.
And I'm really picky on my stuff, but I fucking love everything I did for this channel. So yeah, check out our merch. Check out the tit scene. Tit scene.
When she's getting the blonde girl in the fog.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Cabin in the Woods is the shit. Can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
a good one.
Go check out Barbarian. That's gonna be it. Huh?
Yeah.
We'll see you tomorrow.
We will see you tomorrow.
Until then, see you tomorrow. Make sure you tune in and talk shit. We really appreciate it. Thanks everybody who tuned in today. We appreciate it from the bottom of my black heart. I mean, it is fucking black, but I appreciate you.
Me too.
All right,
see you guys tomorrow.
We're out.